We're really pleased with the crowd that's turned out for the 2024 Illinois Beef Expo. We've got more than 800 head of cattle here on the Illinois State Fairgrounds between our junior shows, our bull sale, and our heifer sale. A great crowd of spectators that have turned out as well, and a number of youth participating in our livestock judging competition and our junior 4-H and FFA skillathon. So it's been a tremendous event thus far.
How were you able to do all of this? This has got to make the board happy.
Well, first of all, we were blessed with beautiful weather, and that never hurts to have weather like this in February. It's nearly unbelievable. But we do have a tremendous board that works. We've got men and women who are beef producers and cattlemen from across the state that represent breed associations that come together as volunteers to plan this event. It truly is 12 months in the making. We're blessed to have a young woman by the name of Corey Malone, who's our junior activities director for the Beef Expo. So she's putting together the shows and other events. We've got staff from the Beef Association helping pull together the sales. It's a group effort on behalf of the entire cattle industry in the state when we come together for these 4 days to celebrate at the Illinois Beef Expo.
I was at the sale this morning, and I've been through some of the barns. You've got people who are exhibiting. You've got people who came to buy from across the country. This just isn't an Illinois event.
We do. One of the things that's evolved here in the last couple of years, the Iowa Beef Expo happens the week right before us, and there's kind of a migration back east as folks who've been at the Iowa Beef Expo come through. So we've got folks in our trade show from across the country. As you said, we've got folks here for our sales that came in from across the country, and our sales are also online. We use an internet service, so people have been bidding on buying heifers, buying bulls, buying genetics from all over the country via the internet as well.
Now, that's got to be just like putting all sorts of electronics in a combine or a tractor. You have really used that to advance the technology to make livestock production a little bit above everything else.
One of the realities for us here in the state of Illinois is that we are a tremendous producer of genetics. So the heifers, those young female animals from our cattle operations, the bulls produced on our cattle operations that go on to be breeding stock for other farms are in very high demand, not just in Illinois, but all across the country. So when we can use the technology, the internet, to sell those animals to bidders and buyers in other parts of the U.S., we're glad to get to share those genetics out. And it creates a better economic opportunity, a better return for our farmers in Illinois who are selling that livestock as well.
One of those exhibitors was Justin Adcock of Adcock Land and Livestock at Assumption, Illinois.
For people who are not livestock operators, why do you do this?
So the biggest reason is it started out as a 4-H project that my dad started out with almost 50 years ago, and now we joke has grown into an overgrown hobby. But the biggest chunk, so it is our source of livelihood. It is a program that we believe in, and I think that's the biggest thing is it's a program that we were raised in. I think there's no better way to raise your kids than in the ag industry in general, but showing livestock creates such sense of confidence. Creates those kids that can go out, they can talk to anybody. They're way more employable whenever they go into their after-school careers, whether they stay in ag or not. They're kids that are driven. They have a tremendous work ethic. So that's the biggest reason that we do it, is we put in the long hours more than anything for the kids.
It's an opportunity here to at least let other livestock breeders see your stock. Maybe there's some horse trading that goes on from time to time.
This show is a junior show, so all kids that have bought heifers. So we have a few sales a year. So all the projects that we had sold last fall have now come and will be starting their show careers here this winter that'll then continue on through the following fall. And so it's a way for those exhibitors to do those, and then as well to see if there's any genetics that we're missing out on.
Now, getting one of these animals ready for show, it takes a long time.
A lot of time.
It's tedious, but you can really make it pretty.
Yes, so it is a 7 days a week, no days off job if you want to do this in an elite level. And there's days that it doesn't matter, rain, shine. Last week when we got hit with ice, it doesn't matter. You still got to go out. You got to feed calves and go from there. And so it's a labor of love. It takes a lot of work. We'll have to start on show mornings. We'll be out here at 4:35 in the morning And as big as this Beef Expo has gotten, we won't get done till 9, 10 o'clock at night, and we'll just, heifers will keep coming through the chute. We'll bring in about 8 to 10 people that'll help us get all these cattle prepared and dressed up, if you will, to go in and get it themselves looking prim and proper to go in for the show and hopefully have a little bit of success along the way.
You've got to wash them, and you've got to give them a pretty good haircut, and it's got to be trimmed up because that makes all the difference when the judge looks at it.
Yeah, so I mean, this hobby has gotten so challenging here, especially when you're in the state of Illinois, is known for cattle that, I mean, obviously are successful within their state, but Illinois is very well represented from a national level as well. I mean, for instance, the heifer that's standing right behind us has not been outside of the top 5 at any jackpot she's been to here so far. Hopefully we can continue that run here this weekend, but the waters are going to get pretty deep. So you've got to have everything working right, hair on point, fed on point, and be just right conditions. So a lot of things have to work in your favor.
We wish Justin Adcock of Adcock Land and Livestock Company at Assumption the best of luck, Illinois Beef Association, and whenever you need some livestock, boy, he can take care of you. I'm Stu Ellis.